what you expect, Sid. And if I got beat it out of you this Sunday, I'll do it.
And here he comes, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Hitman Bret Hart, we are told, back in his locker room, watching as we speak on a monitor, watching every step, obviously studying the skills of the individual whom Bret himself referred to as the best wrestler.
Yeah, and if I know Bret Hart, he's also on the telephone, ordering some deadbolts and some padlocks and maybe an alarm system for that locker room, because Stone Cold said when he gets through with Bob Holly, he's going to that locker room after Bret tonight.
Who knows what's going to happen? And wait a minute, just joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, good old JR. JR?
Hello there, big man. Hello, King. Hello, JR. By the time you guys brought me out here to add a little sanity to this broadcast.
I see. In any event, here we go. Stone Cold Steve Austin against Bob Holly. And Stone Cold out to make a name for himself, obviously, as only Stone Cold can, at anyone's expense. And I would suggest that he wants to make a name for himself tonight against, well, and at the expense of Bob Holly.
Well, Bob Holly's a former tag team champion. He's no pushover. But I had lunch today with Stone Cold, and his mind is not on Bob Holly. Stone Cold's mind is on Bret the Hitman Hart, and that may prove to be costly in this matchup. Bob Holly is no bum. What does a guy like Stone Cold have to love? Any darn thing he wants.
Oh, and down goes Bob Holly. Stone
I like
Cold.
you, JR.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, right. What's
Stone
man's
Cold.
nose is growing.
Stone Cold Steve Austin against Bob Holly. The Hitman Bret Hart, we are told. Back in the locker room, we have broken the camera to try and get back there and pick up perhaps some comments.
He may not be there now. He may be gone.
And obviously, he was easy to find if Stone Cold really was looking for him earlier on. Standing side headlock. Wait a minute, there we go. The Hitman Bret Hart back in his locker room, watching obviously every step. And if ever there was a student of the game, so to speak, it would have to be Bret the Hitman Hart.
I wish he could hear us. Can he hear us?
Not certain. Gonna take over and right back in control. How about that maneuver on the part of Bob Holly, the Hammerlock?
Bret Hart has hired a personal trainer to help get him physically ready for this matchup. But on an interesting note here, I talked to Stu Hart earlier in the week, had a long conversation with Stu. That's the kind of conversation you have with him. Stu Hart's a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin's wrestling ability. Bret Hart's hired a trainer. He needs to hire Jose Hebert, or at least get the supercuts or something. Look at that nasty-looking hair of his.
The Hitman Bret Hart intently watching this matchup, and Stone Cold earlier on.
Hey, did you kiss your foot one time thanks to Bret Hart? You know, I said I liked you. Don't start, JR.
Stone Cold, at the conclusion of this matchup, allegedly, is not going to wait for Survivor Series. Stone Cold certainly a man of his word, and
that's right.
We certainly know that. He has stated that after this match is over, he's going to go hunting for the Hitman, who will be easy to find.
Yeah, you've been apologizing for Stone Cold. You may have to apologize to Bret Hart later for putting him in the same building with Stone Cold Steve Austin here tonight. I try to use a little logic with Steve today. Steve's got choices to make here tonight. I hope he makes the right choice.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Steve's in a very vile mood, as usual, maybe more so than normal.
I would suggest that notwithstanding Bret Hart thinking that Stone Cold is the best wrestler, many individuals think that Stone Cold is the toughest man in the world.
Well, we're going to find that out right here next week, as a matter of fact. We're going to have our little tough man contest. Because next week, I can tell you, Stone Cold Steve Austin right here next week live will go one-on-one with a man they call Vader. Vader and Stone Cold right here next week live.
And Stone Cold obviously making a name for himself, hoping that every move, everything he says has an effect on Bret the Hitman Hart. Off of the elbow.
I think Bret Hart may have been hanging around with Jake the Snake Roberts. Looks like he's
cover and a kick out.
Drinking a little bit of liquid courage, getting ready for Sunday night. Decaffeinated coffee. Think so? Absolutely. Going back to the back of my hand. He won't sleep or wake tonight. Oh, you said decaf. Let me remind everybody that Bret Hart's going to be in Brooklyn at CNN Variety. Big card doings this Thursday night, 6 to 9. For more information, you can see Bret Hart live and in person in Brooklyn, New York this Thursday night.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bob Holly.
Well, Bob Holly getting to see that turnbuckle up close and personal, isn't he?
Wait a minute, let's get back to that tough man contest you were talking about. Vader, one-on-one against Stone Cold Steve Austin, live here next week.
As one of your loyal vice presidents, McMahon, I can tell you that that match has been signed. It's official. It's going to happen right here next week.
Well, you have been busy, no doubt about it. And Bob Holly is too old. going to happen here tonight?
Pink tights. What the hell is that all about,
This ain't
Brett?
no ballet class.
Sunglasses and sparklers. What a load of crap.
So, Brett, you're coming back to continue a legacy? Stone Cold's going to make your comeback a living hell. You can start begging for some mercy right now.
Beg for
You're
mercy.
not going to find it.
I think you're completely pathetic. You're the best there is, was, and ever will be, whatever.
Son,
You're looking at the best there
Austin
is.
316 rules. I will kick your pink and all over the garden.
I'm going to end your
you
legacy.
will beg for
At
mercy.
Madison Square Garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased you have joined us this week. Bob Holly, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin, of course, on the Madison Square Garden this Sunday night to face the Hitman Bret Hart, who's watching every second of this matchup. And look at this, two, almost a count of three there.
Hey, Vince, that was a Luthez press.
Yes. And that was a clothesline there, JR.
There you go. You're catching on.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's Bret Hart.
Yeah, well, knowing full well that the Hitman is watching the matchup
What'd he say?
from his locker room. And Stone Cold, allegedly, is not going to wait for Survivor Series.
I'm a lip reader. I think Bret Hart just said, make sure the door's locked.
Please. Bob Holly being set up. Oh, nice reversal. Off the rope, Bob Holly. How about that? But beautiful maneuver.
That's called a hurricanrana there, Vince.
Easy for you to say. Oh, that's called a right hand. Stone Cold set up for the ride now.
Or what a maneuver.
Whoa! Drop kick.
I'm surprised. I'm amazed at Bob Holly.
Cover, two in.
Yes.
Almost a count of three. And I think Stone Cold is thinking too much about the Hitman.
Might be Tyson Holyfield all over again. It's a good analogy, King. I'm actually amazed Bob Holly's still alive at this point.
Ooh, to the buckle then.
Oh!
Holly, a consummate athlete, and now he has an opportunity to capitalize. And that's what the Hitman will do. He'll wait for Stone Cold to make a mistake. And as soon as he does, you'll capitalize just like Bob Holly from the top end down. And Stone Cold playing possum
Everything
there.
under control. Boy, look at the expressions on Bret Hart's face.
Imagine Stone Cold.
Bret
One against the Hitman on Sunday night, and then against Vader here
Over.
live next week. 1, 2, in. Stone Cold Stunner gets it.
Okay, now, run, Bret.
And the Stone Cold Stunner
He's gonna run.
could be the one thing that defeats Bret the Hitman Hart. And I think even the Hitman was impressed with that maneuver.
You gotta remember that Madison Square Garden is the Hitman's house.
I don't think it's going to be this Sunday. Stone Cold Steve Austin against the Hitman. The Undertaker against Mankind.
Here he goes.
Shawn Michaels against Psycho Sid. The tag team elimination match is coming at you. And look at this.
Big trouble.
On his way back, perhaps to collide with Bret Hart. Let's take another look now at the Stone Cold Stunner, I'm told. Watch this.
Shoulder driven right up in the throat. Right up in the throat. Very controversial move.
Another look at it. Whoa, what impact. And Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's keep our cameras on Stone Cold if we can. There's the victory for Stone Cold Steve Austin. A premonition of what's likely to happen in the Garden. And there he is.
He's back there, I told you.